Hello guys, thanks for tuning back in. My name's Crypto Mainly Lee, as you know. Just wanted to do a quick video really about GBot. I know that some of you are kind enough to reply to the poll that I put in the group, so thanks for your feedback there. Very interesting to see the sort of mixed responses. Generally, I made that poll based on some of the questions that I've been already asked. It seems to be mostly based around sort of people being a bit concerned about the complications of the setup. Some, but not just a slight sort of doubt as to whether the sort of the performance and whether they get the results that it's suggesting. But mostly it was to do with finances, it seems. So I just wanted to just sort of stress, just sort of elaborate on that really. When I designed the bot, actually I did a survey before just to see how what sort of capital people have got in the group, and mostly it came back to say that there was a high majority of people that had low sort of capacity to invest large amounts. So from that, obviously, I went off and did the optimization of things for GBot based around a small account. I say small, obviously not small for some, but a reasonable size, sort of manageable account initial balance of $3,000. GBot does run on smaller amounts than that, but obviously, what with the fees and things, with the subscriptions, things that you need, then probably I think that 3,000 is really what you need to have to start with. Although once you've got GBot, you can actually just run it on a few $100s if you wanted to do that. So it's up to you. You can also run it on tens of thousands of dollars if that's something that you want to do as well. Okay, so it is scalable, it is adjustable, it's fully customizable. But I just really wanted to talk about the actual setup because that's what seems to be troubling people the most. So all that you would do, guys, if I just show you, I've sent this in the group again today. So you need a TradingView Plus account, so a paid type account. The reason for that is you need to have access to custom indicators, custom strategies, and that the free account and things doesn't allow you to do that. So you will need to have that, guys. The Plus paid account type I think is about $20 a month. 3 account is the next one. You will need that. That's about I think it's about $45 to $50 per month. Okay, so if you already have TradingView, guys, that's great. 3 some of you will or not will not have heard of 3 before. It's basically a third-party bot. The reason I've had to go through 3 is partly because I've used them before and I really like them, but secondly, TradingView doesn't currently offer the facility to be able to actually trade on an automated basis from TradingView direct with an exchange. You can trade through the broker panel at the bottom of the chart. You can actually connect to the exchange and you can trade manually, but TradingView don't offer an automated trading with an exchange. They won't allow it to do it. So basically what we need to do is write the script to actually create a way of transferring a message from TradingView to 3 which then 3 translates that to the exchange, and the exchange executes the positions based on the signals that it gets from TradingView to 3 obviously then ends up with the exchange. So you need these 3 things: TradingView, you need a 3 account, and you need a BitGet exchange account. So it's designed GBot specifically for the BitGet 1 hour time frame on the BitGet USDT, Bitcoin USDT futures chart. Okay, guys, so it's that's what you'll need to be focused on. I've got other things in the pipeline which we'll talk about at another time for bots and things for other currencies and things. But my main focus is on Bitcoin. As you can see from Bitcoin dominance and the way that the market's been trading, I think that's where our focus needs to be. Altcoins have been quite dreadful. So obviously what with, we get to the end of the year and then we'll probably be into bear market territory. So GBot needed to be designed to actually trade in long positions and also short positions as well. And that's what it does. And it has been tested through both bear and bull markets over time. Incidentally, guys, once you've got GBot on your chart, you can do your own back testing. I think you can do that with a Plus. Actually, I think you need a premium account to be able to do that. But if you haven't got a premium account, you can just ask me the date range you want me to test for you, and I'll be happy to do that. I can also GBot is customizable, so if you can start with $1,000 or you can start with $10,000, and I can check the date ranges for you on request, basically. So, okay, guys. So GBot itself is $150 per month. You can see on there the subscription. Okay, and that will include access to all of the Telegram groups. Okay, so all of these Telegram groups on here, with the exception of the top one. The top one, Crypto Mainly, in case you're wondering, is a little bit of a scrapbook for my own ideas, and this is like the video info one is like a scrapbook for videos that I make. So, but the others you'll all have access to. Obviously, GBot Signals is a specific Telegram group. if I click on there, it will show you, you actually get the signals in the group as well. So as you can see, this is the format. So if we start from, you get the idea. So 23rd of June, long entry 104,640, and it gives you the price and the position size and everything else. And obviously close the signal at 106.44, so nice win there. Long entry 106,744. 106,878 was the exit on that one, so just a small win there. I think that was when we were up against resistance. And obviously then you've got the, you get the idea basically, guys. So once you're actually in, you do get access to obviously the GBot. So once you actually subscribe to GBot, you will be in this GBot signals group as well. Okay, guys. So what we're going to do firstly is if we start back on this, so basically you get your trading view. So you go into trading view, you create your account. Please use my links here, guys. That would help me greatly. I do appreciate you doing that, and that would be much appreciated. So you click onto trading view, access your trading view. As you know, most of you will already be used to using trading view. If you're not, again, some of the people that use GBot now didn't even have a trading view account, a paid trading view account. So I've helped them with that, and I'm here to help throughout, guys. I want you to be happy with GBot, and I want you to be, successful with it and enjoy it and things like that. So any help that you need setting this up, I'm here to help. Just direct message me, and I'll be here to help. So obviously, trading view you've already got. You click on the next one will be the 3 commas account. Okay, so if we just click on there, we'll go to 3 commas. Okay, so this will be the dashboard. This is a demo account I've got, but you'll come into this screen once you've logged in. Okay, so you click in the way you register, just put your email address in, create a password. That's basically it. Then you obviously have to subscribe. Yeah, so as you can see here, you would need to subscribe to the $37 per month plan, which allows you then to to have access to futures trading. So that the free plan here actually doesn't allow you to have the futures trading on there. So free plan, and it says without futures trading. The pro plan, obviously, that will allow you to have the futures trading, automated futures trading. So that's what you need. Okay, guys, just going to go back to the dashboard now. Once you've obviously signed up and you've logged in and you've subscribed, I'm just going to show you where we are. So you come into the dashboard, okay, and you literally need to do this. Click on Start New Bot. It's a signal bot. I'm just going to go through it quickly, guys. If my internet catches up, for some reason it's being slow. I think OBS is draining all my resources. so you want a custom signal. Okay, you click on the exchange here. It will say connect to your exchange here. So obviously I've already connected mine. This is just a demo account, but you can go on here. Obviously we want to select the trading pair, which is Bitcoin. We don't want the Ethereum on there. Take that one off. So it's Bitcoin USDT, and then UMCBL is the Bitcoin futures. This is how BitGet refer to their Bitcoin USDT futures account. Okay, so you make sure that's in there. It is cross leverage that you need, and you use the sliding bar here to put that up to 50x leverage. Okay, so GBot trades on 50x leverage. Okay, guys, so make sure that you've got there 50 in there. Okay, so custom signal, select the exchange, select the correct pair that you're trading, cross leverage, 50x leverage, maximum margin usage. You can adjust this if you want to. What this is saying is it will use your entire amount of margin in there. This is a demo account, guys. There's $314 in there. So, what this is saying is with $314, if you look up here on the summary, you can see that I can open a $15,716 position size if you use 100% of the margin. Okay, so sometimes people, I mean, you may want to take that down to sort of 70% or something. That's up to you, personal preference. You can leave it 100% if you want to. You will find GBot is actually designed to look after these things for you anyway. So it is actually built around risk parameters initially. So you don't necessarily need to worry about that too much. Okay, so that's the first box, all completed. Second box, this is obviously just copy this. You will need this at a later stage. Okay, so just copy that onto a Word document for later. long order settings. Okay, so this is the key part. This one is just, be very careful with this, guys. Make sure you don't want to put 100% of your investment into one trade. Okay, so what we're looking for is send in webhook base. Okay, so you select that, and what that's saying is that it will select the position size based on the webhook, or the what's called a JSON message that you'll receive, that it will receive from TradingView. Very important to make sure that that's changed. It is a market order. You need to copy this, guys. This is your secret code. Okay, you will need to copy that, as you will need that later on. All right, so just copy that and paste it onto a Word document. Okay, and then as we go down, it says your exit order. So we click on the box for exit order, and you want that set to 100%. So what this is saying is any signal that it gets for exiting the order, it'll exit 100% of the position size. Okay, again, it gives you the webhook here, which is the same as the one at the top there. All right, absolutely fine. Okay, so then we go down to options. We don't want to worry about these. These are not switched on. Don't worry about those. Take profit. We don't need that. GBot does that. Stop loss. Now, when it comes to stop loss, you will notice that I've switched this on. Okay, GBot actually takes care of the stop loss. It's a trailing stop. But what I wanted to do is just set this up as a secondary failsafe. So let's say, for example, TradingView goes down, all the signals on TradingView fail. We don't want it to miss an exit signal if it's in a losing position. Okay, so what I would do on here is I'm going to actually set that to minus 1.25%. That's calculated based on the parameters of GBot as well. So 1.25 to 1.5%, depending on what your risk parameters are. 1.25, I think, is adequate. Now, as your account grows, you might want to change that and put that up. So it's probably sensible to do that. But if you've got any questions about that, just ask. Please feel to ask. This is obviously when your account size starts to get much bigger. But for now, 1.25% of a Bitcoin move, as a stop loss is fine. Short orders, again, this is the important bit. We need to make sure we put that the sending webhook base. Must make sure that you change that, guys. Don't leave that as 100% of your total investment. Otherwise, the first position that it owns, if you've got 3,000 in there, if you leave that as total investment, the first position that you open will open a position with your $3,000. So nearly a £200,000, nearly 1.8 or something Bitcoin position size. So you don't want to do that. If it goes the right way for you, great, but there's no way that you'd want to take that risk. So sending webhook base, again, this is for short orders, so similar to long orders, but this is the opposite. We're looking at short orders now. So the same thing, market orders, there's your code. Exit order, exit 100% of the position. Okay, options for deviation, we're not going to use those. Take profit, not going to use that. Stop loss, again, I'm going to set this as 1.25. You will notice, obviously, on a short position, it's a positive 1.25, and if you go to the long orders there, look, so long orders is obviously a negative 1.25. Okay, short orders positive 1.25 on the stop loss. Advanced features, you can click on that. It doesn't even, we won't be using that, and there's actually nothing to see. It just if you wanted to reverse positions on there. But that is it, guys. You would click start. Okay, if you click start, obviously you've copied the things on here that you need to copy. You've got the you've got this one here. Okay, this is for your alert message. Okay, and then you've got your long and short messages for your secret and things in there. So you need to, obviously, you need to copy those and keep those safe. And that's it, guys. You would click start. Okay, and then it would come out and you'd be on, and it would look like this. Okay, so this is my active one on this test account. Okay, so just to show you, but that's what happens. It comes up and there's a bar there, and if you click on it, you can see the settings on there. So if I just click on this, so one thing that you all need to do, and I won't do it now because obviously it's going to reveal my actual, my own bot ID on there, so I don't want to do that. But if you click over that little eye, okay, the little eye there, okay, just hover over it and it will come up with a bot user. It's called a bot UUID. Okay, so that's you will need that along with the big secret that you copied. You will need the bot user ID for for moving forward. Okay, guys, that is it. That is it. So basically, you go you use my link. You set up your trading view. Okay, you go to free commas, set up your free commas account. Incidentally, it's best to go to BitGet first because you'll need to set up the API. So I'm sorry I've done this the wrong way around a little bit, but you go to click on the BitGet, which takes you obviously to the BitGet exchange, and it's literally as simple, really simple. You just log in. Okay, oh, sorry, you sign up rather. Okay, you just put your email address in, you put your username in, and you're basically, that's all you need to set up a BitGout account. It's so easy. Literally click sign up, put your email in, create a password, click sign up, and you're in. It will ask you to do the verification. Okay, so KYC, it does ask you to do that. Like there's different levels of KYC that you can do. You just literally upload your driving license, put your details in, and then what you need to do is create an API. So you just click on APIs, create API, and it will give you 2 very long strings of characters which you'll need, and that's basically your key that you'll need for the access for free commerce to actually access that. Okay, it's very straightforward, guys. All right, so that's it. That's basically it. Once you've done that, guys, you basically go to TradingView. I'll send you an invite link. You go to TradingView. Okay, you click on down here into the user bell there. Okay, which takes you into your notifications. Okay, and you'll have an invite script come up here. Okay, you click on the invite script, on the invite rather, and it will take you into this screen. Okay, so obviously you can read all about it to see what GBot actually does. There's a lot of information in detail about how it works and what it does in there. Okay, if you want to do that, and obviously what you would do is you click here. You see on Use on Chart. You click on Use on Chart. That loads GBot onto your chart as an indicator. So it comes up, into your just like any any strategy or any indicator. Okay, and then it just comes up like that. So the 3 commas key, this when you first load this up, this is blank. So you need the 3 commas secret key. That's the big long number that you copied from earlier. Okay, when you go into your bot. Okay, so the big long number in here. Okay, so you'll see that it's basically just the between the little exclamation marks there. So that's all that you're looking for. Okay, just that one small bit. Pop that in there. The 3 commas bot user ID is from when you go back to the home screen. So that's the one where you get that bot user ID or UUID, whatever you call it, is back in here. So you obviously you hover over that I, and it gives you your bot UUID, which you then pop into there. Okay, so that then identifies that your GBot then is then connected to the actual bot. Okay, so risk of equity, these are all set standard. You can adjust those, which I'll talk to you about in a different video. But once this is all done, these are all customizable. But once you've loaded it on, you put your secret in there and your bot user ID. You click OK, and it's loaded, ready to go. The only thing that now needs to do is so GBot is loaded to the screen. Okay, you've set it up so that it can access 3 commas. So now what we need to do is create the alert, which actually sends the signal. Okay, very simple to do that. You just add an alert. You click down on the GBot settings at the bottom there. Okay, order fills and alert functions. Say we want to set that to 1 hour because it's a 1 hour time frame. Okay, make sure you do that. Otherwise, when you flick between time frames, it will be looking for the time frame that you're on to produce the trade. So you don't want that. You want it fixed on the 1 hourly. So if you're looking at a different time frame, this alert is still looking at the 1 hour time frame. Expiration of the alert, obviously we want that to be set as unexpired. Okay, so we do, if you can do that. If you've got a plus account, then you'll only be able to have about 6 weeks. So you must remember, absolutely important, that you extend your alert for it, before it expires. So let's say, for example, it expires. Let's say it's opened a trade and it expires after that. It won't actually close the trade. So you must keep, if you haven't got a premium or plus account, you can't set the unexpired, so you do have to keep your eye on that alert very carefully. Okay, just a small thing really. Okay, add custom alert. So in this part here, you just delete that message and you add one. What you'll do, guys, you'll get copies of this. So I'll send you these. If you're interested in things, I can send you copies of these links. So this is basically a walkthrough instruction of what I've just been talking about on this video. So coupled with the video, this is like a the same as what I've just been talking about basically. And it just runs through step by step. Sometimes people like to watch videos rather than have to read through a document, and hence that's why I'm doing the video today. I'm just looking for a certain piece of information in here. Where is it? Okay, so that's the, okay, so you just, in the alert field, you just copy that. So you copy that, go back into your indicator, just click Control V to paste that in there. Okay, just make sure there's no spaces or anything like that. I think I just copy and paste a little error there, so make sure there's no space at the beginning. Sorry, so strategy alert.message, then go to notifications. In here, you can send yourself an email if you want to. The webhook, if for you to put the webhook on, guys, it will ask you to do KYC through TradingView if you haven't done that already. So it will ask you to do that. But on here, you notify in the app, which brings up the little indicator. Just, it gives you a notification in the app, basically. Sends you an email to tell you that what is actually what it's done when it's fired off. The webhook is obviously, you need that from the GBot setting. Sorry, from the 3 commas setting, which is here. Okay, so you just copy the set alert signals, copy that, pop that in there. Okay, so what this does now, so you can set to whether you want the alerts to play a sound and other bits and pieces, but you probably all know about these these settings and things. But the most important thing, guys, you don't have to have any of this on. It's basically that the webhook is set. So what you're actually doing here, in GBot itself, you've put your secret and your ID in there, which is connecting GBot to the it's going to give the correct message, the actual, like the details, if you like, so that when this alert fires, those details, the bot secret and things, the 3 commas secret and things, are actually sent in the alert. So what happens is, this is set up as basically as any alert is. Okay, so this will give this will fire off when you get a long or short signal, or if you get a long or short exit. Okay, it will fire. It's on a 1 hour time frame. Okay, the message, this basically then looks at the strategy, okay, and actually calculates the position size, that how it's calculated inside the strategy, and it also adds from the what your entries for the bot UUID and also the secret. It takes that information and adds that to what's called a JSON message, which is then sent, okay, so via webhook to 3 commas. Okay, so once you click save on there, okay, that's it, and we're all done. That's it, GBot's working, that's fine. So now what it does is it just looks for the message when, as and when they fire off. It will send off the buy and alert, the open and close positions, via that alert message. Okay, so this is the one that we just created. This is the one that actually I've got running myself at the moment. Okay, so let's say, for example, incidentally, guys, GBot is great. It's set to be designed to just be set and forget, so you just leave it. Okay, but if you just, for example, let's just draw, a trend line. If you draw a trend line, basic support and resistance and things, you can see that, that we're coming up against resistance here. And although it is a breakout strategy, when it's bouncing along resistance like that, sometimes this is usually an area where it can lose some of the positions, because you get fake outs and things, as you know. So if it comes up against a position like that, you can simply just literally, if you click pause like that, doesn't do any damage at all. You don't want to pause it if it's in a trade, obviously, but just by pausing it like that, that's actually stopped your GBot. It will still function. You'll still get these visuals on the screen, but it won't send any alerts, because obviously the alert's paused, so it won't send any information off to 3 commas, and it won't then go off to place the trades. So that's as simple as switching it off. Is literally pause the alert, it's switched off. Okay, press the restart, the alert switch back on. Any signals that GBot gives now, it will send a JSON message off to 3 commas, which then gets sent to the exchange to execute the trades. That's it, guys. Simple as that. I'm going to delete this one off. This is actually my GBot here that I've got running, and obviously this is the, you know, my alert up there. So the reason it's got that name on there is, if you're interested, guys, it's just that I've changed the name here. Look, okay, exactly the same as I just showed you. Settings, exactly the same. Okay, message, exactly the same. You know, exactly the same. You get the idea. So that's my live one. This is actually trading live currently. Okay, so that's it, guys. I mean, the only thing to think of, really, the only thing that you need to do once you've done this is you just leave it, just, you know, set it and forget it. That's what it's designed to do. The only thing that I will say, and this is really important, guys, the position sizing on here, okay, it is, you know, it's set so that you've got like an opening balance of 3,000. So if I just show you my GBot settings here, okay, so I go to properties, it's set for 3,000 here, if you can see that. Okay, inputs. This is your 3 comma secret. This is your comma, the 3 commas bot UUID. Risk of equity. This is preset. You don't have to change that. You can if you want to. You don't have to. Maximum risk. You know, I don't want to risk any more than $250 per trade. Equity threshold for full size is 2,500. So you can set that. So let's say, for example, you've got 3,000, and if you change this to below 3,000, it will actually reduce the risk in accordance with that until you've adjusted it back up above that 2,500. So you can set that at any amount, and as soon as you start to, you know, if you fell below that amount, it does actually reduce the position size in accordance with that. So it's like a custom setting for you. Okay, so the only thing that you need to do as you go, guys, is as the account initial, you know, capital starts to grow. So let's say you've left GBot for a week and you go back into it and it's gone up 3,000. It's, you know, it's made $200, for example. You know, change that to 3,200. Okay, and then what it will do, you'll see on the chart there that it will actually change the position size. If you watch that, I'll show you again. Okay, so it's 0.41. Okay, you change that up. Okay, and what that then does is give you accumulated position sizes based on the profit that you've made. Okay, if you change that, if and when you do, you must remember to go back into your alert. Okay, and you'll see in the drop down box here, you've created a new GBot. Okay, because you've actually changed the parameters of how it's working. You've changed the amount that it's got in the capital. It does create a new version of the you know, it's called GBot. That stands for equity or initial capital. Okay, so GBot equity or initial capital toggle. Okay, so you can see it on there, see it at the bottom. It says it's the same version, but you must click on that latest version. If you click on that and come out, okay, double click on it. Once you've done that the first time, you'll notice it disappears, which then means you know you are on the latest version of that. And that's all that you need to do, guys. You don't even have to do that. I would suggest that you do, and I'll show you for why. Okay, if you go to a strategy tester, okay, let's test it from the beginning of the year. Okay, let's go back to the 1st of January and test it up to today. See what the, okay. So what this is saying is that it would have made $3,600 from the beginning of the year to today. Okay. Now what that means is if you leave your account at 3,000, you'll notice in the list of trades that all of the position sizes are all the same. Okay. So what that's thinking is that you've got your 3,000 account balance in there. Okay. All of these position sizes are the same. Right. Can you see that? Everything's, you know, very slightly variable, but more or less the same. Okay, so what it's thinking is that you've got 3,000 account balance, you know, throughout the entire time. So from the 1st of January up until now, it was just 3,000 the whole time. But of course, as the profit grows, you want to be changing that. Okay, and if I just show you on here, if you wanted to calculate that, you know, on a back testing side, if you want to use the equity for sizing, what that means is you've been going along and you've been changing it, okay, as you go. Okay, you've been changing it up as you go, and then you click OK, generate the report, and you'll see the difference. So instead of it being 3,000 over the time, it's actually 6,200. So the accumulated gains would actually be 6,200 as opposed to 3,000. So it's, you know, it's double. So, you know, it is worth going in and adjusting this, you know, this capital as you go. All right, but it is just as simple as that, guys. Okay, so when you're trading, when it's live and trading, leave that off, okay, because you'll notice the position size is huge. If we put the equity on, you see that the position size goes from 0.04, okay, all the way up to you know, 0.39, so it's 10x the position size. And the reason for that is it thinks your account has gone from 3,000 up to, to 6,000 profit plus your balance. So it's now trading on a $9,000 account balance, hence the size of the position is much bigger. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to leave that off. This is just for back testing. Okay, hence the little back testing thing there, and just adjust, adjust the initial capital as you go. All right, guys. So as I say, if you change it down, if you start to lose money and you want to change it down, so it will adjust the position size, back down as well as up. Okay, so if you wanted to change it, you can do that as well. But the only thing I'd say is the only thing you need to change is that amount. Okay, as your capital grows or shrinks. All right, and then just go make sure if you make any change for anything at all in any of these boxes, okay, any change at all, you have effectively created a new GBot, and therefore you must make sure you double click on the alert, you click, and you must check that you've clicked on the latest version of it. Click save. That's it. Now this alert is now pointed at your latest version of GBot that you've just created by making those changes. All right, guys, that's basically it. Any questions that you have, I'll be more than happy to help you guys. I'm here to help and make sure that you enjoy GBot. I want you all to to get involved, and we can hopefully celebrate this. And in the course of the next year or so, we can hopefully celebrate its successes and things, and even beyond that. Obviously, it has been tested through bear markets as well. So once you've got GBot and you're in there and you've actually experienced it and you're using it, and you can see what it's all about, I think you'll enjoy it, and I think you'll be very pleased that you've signed up for it. So thanks ever so much for listening, guys. I appreciate all of you being in the group and for your interest and everything else. I don't just say that lightheartedly, I do mean that. So thanks again, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. All the best, guys.